Hello and welcome to RIT SportsZone. I'm John DeTulio.
And I'm Shelby Hill. It may be their first season in the Liberty League, but the RIT men's lacrosse team has quickly risen to the top of the conference standings.
The Tigers hosting Union College. The Dutchmen were unbeaten in league play coming into the day. It was tied at 3 in the third when Jordan Collins-Hartwig scores his third goal on the day. The hat trick put RIT up 4-3. RIT exploded for 9 second-half goals as Jordan Collins-Hartwig had himself a career day, scoring 6 goals. RIT defeated Union 10-6 and clinched a playoff berth in the Liberty League postseason tournament.
He joined the RIT men's lacrosse team as a walk-on his freshman year, and he barely played until last season. Now he's become one of the Tigers' go-to guys. SportsZone has your all-access pass to Tyler Russell.
Hey, I'm Tyler Russell. I'm part of the men's lacrosse team from Livonia, New York, and it's Tuesday morning. I'm about to head to minority groups in the criminal justice system. I'm a business management student. I kind of wanted to do business from the beginning. Now I'm more focused on using my degree, hopefully, to get some sort of job as like a project manager for a real estate development firm where they build new buildings or whatever, and they have all sorts of different projects going around, and I would be the manager of one of those.
Bachelor's degrees. I think in New York City it's only 25% of the officers.
I'm kind of a local kid, and I've always wanted to go here, I guess. And then obviously playing lacrosse was kind of a added bonus. I didn't even know if I was going to play coming in freshman year, and you know, playing on the team or whatever has been awesome. Well, as a freshman, I was a walk-on, so I didn't really expect to play that much, I would say. It was more of like, I'll play lacrosse this year, and so I gave it a shot. And then last year I finally got the chance to play, and had a good season. And then this year as a senior, I've kind of taken on more of a leadership role, and you know, trying to take the team where we want to go.
And a shot and a goal. As that goal going to number 28, Tyler Russell.
His 100th goal in his RIT career is the 17th player in Tigers history to reach that milestone, so congratulations.
I've worked right now, Building 77, Bosch and Lam, just kind of helping people out, directing them in the right direction as far as where to go, financial aid co-op, and admissions, so head on in. Yeah, so I'll do this for the next 2 hours and then go to class at 2 o'clock and then straight to practice. Yeah, tour. That's actually going to be up in the admissions office right here. That's where all the, coming into this year, I'd say as a team, we had, you know, pretty high expectations. We lost, I think, 9 seniors last year, all which were big contributors for us. And so this year we kind of had to deal with the pressure of being able to rebound. And me personally, I knew that I was going to have to, you know, step up my game a little bit here, you know, take over the leadership role on and off the field. So that was the biggest thing for me, I think, was just realizing that this year was my last year, and I was going to have to, you know, I was going to have to do the things that the seniors last year were doing, and hopefully I'd be able to do it as good as them so that we could reach those same goals, if not better. Just finished up work. It was a real rigorous 2-hour shift. Right now I'm heading over to, I don't even know what the building number is. I think it's the biomedical science building to do my human biology lab. How's it going, guys?
There are different types of direct contact, which means you can catch it.
I've been able to, you know, focus on my grades as well as lacrosse throughout these past 4 years. Lacrosse definitely does take up a lot of time, though. Once the season comes around, we have practices 6 days a week plus games, but I've found a really good balance, I feel, between my athletics and my academics. Well, you just seen lab. Right now I am off to practice. Just heading in the locker room right now. I'm going to gear up for practice. If you want to just come in for a second. I started playing lacrosse probably, I want to say, 3rd grade maybe. That was the first time they really, first time they offered it around me. My first 2 years here, the guys that were playing in front of me were really good players, you know, even All-American caliber players. So me not playing wasn't the end of the world. I just knew that once my time came that I would have the confidence and the talent to do that. So I'm pretty much just thankful that I got the opportunity to finally go out there and prove to coach, prove to my teammates, and prove to all the other teams that we played that I really can play. Just had practice, just wrapped up right now. We're heading into the locker room. I'll probably get in the cold tub a little bit here and try to get my legs back from me. They're kind of sore from the games this weekend. Other than that, that's it. It's basically the extent of my day.
In 14 games this season, she has scored 64 goals and has added 32 assists, and she's not done yet. SC's Melissa Bromley introduces us to one junior who is rewriting RIT women's lacrosse history.
Shelby Wagner of the RIT women's lacrosse team broke the all-time record for most career points, while also tying the record for most points per game. What did it feel like breaking the all-time points record today?
It's a great feeling. We've built the tradition at RIT with women's lacrosse in the last couple of years. I actually played with a girl who has the record my freshman year, and I remember her breaking it, so it's pretty exciting to get to do it myself.
It's a treat to see her break the record, treat to see her score 11 points in one game, and and the whole team is supportive.
Were you a little bit more nervous coming into today's game knowing that you had this record on the line?
Yeah, since we haven't had a game in a week and a half, I've had to think about it for a while. But yeah, it was great to get it over with at the beginning, to be honest.
Once the other teams find out she scored 11 points today, they're probably going to, the matchups are going to be a little bit different for her. So she always seems to find an open person. I mean, she's not only scoring goals, but she's also assisting on a lot of goals, which is great for us. We started out today, we were 1-3, and this was a must-need game. Having Shelby on your side's a good thing.
We've had a couple of rough games the last couple of games since spring break, but I think today we played really well in both halves and really brought it to them, showed Skidmore and the rest of the Liberty League that we can do some damage, hopefully.
Coming from the Empire 8, we know the Liberty League was real strong from top to bottom. We knew we had to prepare ourselves, so our schedule up to this point I thought was pretty hard. Being 1-3 wasn't an indication of how good we were. I thought maybe today we showed that a little bit better.
Now, knowing that you still have about a year and a half left, how excited are you to know that you are potentially going to make one of the hardest records to break?
It's pretty exciting to know that my name can be in the record book for a while. I guess I have to set the standards high for everyone else here and keep building the tradition of RIT women's lacrosse.
The sky's the limit. She's one of the hardest workers I've had a chance to coach. Her goals are matching with our goals, and going 9-0 in the Liberty League would be real nice, and her, setting some more records would be real nice too.
She was one of the most decorated athletes in U.S. history. In her prime, she held the World, United States, and collegiate records in the hammer throw. As Kristen Klock reports, one of the great pioneers of this sport has brought her expertise to RIT.
Sonia Fitzwalters didn't discover the hammer throw until college, and she almost quit after her first try.
When I went to college, my coach said, "You're throwing the hammer. What is that?" The first time I threw it, it hit a cage, it came back and almost hit me. I'm like, oh, I'm not throwing this. And he said, "No, you're going to be good at this, so just take it a day at a time, you'll be all right."
What was the most difficult part about starting hammer throw, especially because you were in college?
The turns. And just even knowing what it was. I didn't even know what it was. I've never seen it before I went to college. And just learning how to turn, because it's so unorthodox in a sense. It's like you're turning with a heel and a toe, and you're pushing, and you have an implement, and you're throwing it this way, and you're trying to have your body in a position. It was just different, but it ended up being a really good transition for me.
St. John's University originally recruited Sonia for shot put and discus, but eventually she found her passion for hammer throw.
So were you expecting to set all the records you set?
No, not at all. Like, shot put and discus was my love at that time. But then it was like probably after, I don't know, my first couple meets, and I started like winning and started throwing further and further and further, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna be a force to be reckoned with, kind of, sorta. I'm like, I don't like that shot and disc anymore. Give me that hammer all day long.
Sonia is considered one of the pioneers of the hammer throw, and the 12-time Big East champion and 8-time U.S. national champion earned plenty of accolades to prove it. Recently, the Rochester native was inducted into Western New York's Track and Field Hall of Fame.
Out of all your accomplishments, all the records, which one is the most memorable to you or your proudest moment?
All of them are proud moments because hammer for women wasn't recognized very well when I was coming through. You know all the pain, sweat, blood, tears you went through to train, knowing that you can only go but so far and it's only recognized but so far. But after college, it started to be recognized more and more and more. I think it hurts a little bit too because I had to stop at such an early age because I had a career-ending injury. So it just was sort of bittersweet. I'm glad that I went through it all. It was all a beautiful experience, and to be considered a pioneer is definitely one of those things that you can really feel proud of, seeing where it is today. It's kind of like seeing your kids grow up and now, you know, he's president, you know. It's like, that's my son right there. So that's kind of like I felt, that's my baby, and now it's expanded to where it is today, and, you know, I helped give birth to it.
Could you talk a little bit about your career-ending injury?
USA Track and Field was my employer. So I had to keep throwing because if I wanted to get any kind of payments, I need to keep throwing. And I just didn't listen to my body, and I kept throwing on a injury. And I initially got it repaired by the orthopedist for the Yankees, and that was at the end of '95. And then I tried to come back for the Olympics in '96 and hurt it, re-injured it again. And it was like in my shoulder, which is an integral part of throwing, and it just wouldn't have been time for me to bounce back, enough time for me to bounce back for the '96 Olympics in Atlanta. So I figured at that time I was the American record holder, the collegiate record holder. If I'm gonna quit, and I'm just gonna quit on top and not be looked at this washed up has-been girl who's out here now and can't throw half of what she used to throw.
Sonia eventually returned to Rochester, and for the last 3 seasons, she's been coaching at RIT.
Why did you decide to get into coaching?
Coaching is like a passion of mine. Like, really, it's a passion, and I love teaching people and giving back to what I know, the blessings that I receive from people and their wisdom. So it's like when I saw a lot of the throwers here, and which prompted me to speak to him, it's like, oh, they need help with this and they need help with that, and it's like my mind is going saying, how can I help them? And that's what made me approach Coach Dave about it, because I just have that passion to give back, and somebody took the time out for me. I wouldn't be here if my FD or my coach at Kenneth Bantam at school didn't know what they know or took the time to learn what they learned, so why not pass it on? So that's just kind of like the person I am.
The RIT women's hockey team has been stealing the headlines all year long. The Tigers won 28 games this season, the most ever at the Division III level. RIT also captured the program's first national championship and then announced they're moving to Division I next fall. As Melissa Bromley reports, the whirlwind continued for the Tigers as they received high honors from their hometown city.
The City of Rochester awarded the RIT women's hockey team the Key to the City, honoring them for their outstanding achievements throughout the season on and off the ice.
So I'll present this Key to the City. I'll say the same thing that we said to the East High people. This is the key to the hearts of the city. We're very impressed with these young women, and we're very impressed with you and what you've done with them. And we're very pleased to have RIT be part of our community. It's a great achievement, and it's great for these young ladies. And for all of you who listen to it, it isn't just athletic achievement. This is a young group of kids who are doing well in school and are going to do well in life. So congratulations, and here's the Key to the City.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What does it feel like receiving such an honor from the city?
Oh, it's unbelievable. You know, it just since winning the national tournament, the accolades haven't stopped coming for the team, and to be able to receive a key to the city, you don't really think you'd ever receive a key to the city, but it's pretty cool when you're up there and the mayor's introducing everybody and acknowledging, you know, like the city of Rochester is actually following this team and paying attention, and this is proof that everybody in Rochester is paying attention to the team.
It's amazing. It's just awesome to get acknowledged by the community and the city. I think it puts a cherry on top, kind of having the support of the school and the community, and it's just amazing.
I think it helps being recognized by the community and for the school. I know this was a huge accomplishment for the school. I think the school has been waiting for this, not only like the hockey program, but the entire RIT community have been waiting for a national championship. So for us to be able to do that for them, and then along with this being honored by the mayor and the whole city of Rochester, it just, like Yoko said, puts the cherry on top.
How is this going to benefit the school?
I think it'll benefit, you know, just putting women's athletics on the map with, you know, with us being recognized today, East basketball being recognized today. You know, the sports is dominated by males, and you know, male sports is in the limelight and the spotlight all the time. It's great for the school that, you know, we have females at the school at RIT. You know, it's just not a male school. So I think that way it'll kind of shed some light on that. You know, it's a place for female athletes to come and have success.
Well, it goes to show in some ways that compared to when I was a kid, for instance, women's sports have really come into their own. You know, this got a lot of attention. This is an example, but it got a lot of attention before that, and people celebrated it. And so it had an importance, you know, in many respects that's equal to the same kind of achievement by men. So it really does represent women's sports coming into their own, I think. Girls at RIT, they're not only successful in sports, but they're successful academically. They're going to be successful in life.
At the end of the day, in the final minutes of the game, whether it be on the court or on the ice, it was you ladies who prevailed. You are the champions, and we could not be any prouder of you. You've done well by RIT, by the city of Rochester, and in fact by the nation. And so I, for one, am very proud of your efforts. I'm glad to know you. It's been exciting watching you. We look forward to next season. As you know, we are moving to Division I. In the fall, we're leaving Division III on a good note. And so congratulations to all the women today. You make us very proud. Thank you.
What are you going to do with this award?
I think we need a new trophy case. The trophy case is getting a little cramped in the rink right now, so we'll have to get the rink manager to build a new one. And we'll put this right beside the national championship trophy where it belongs.
Welcome back to SportsZone. You know, roller derby has been popular in different circles around the world since the 1930s.
4 years ago, the first all-women flat track league was formed right here in Rochester. SportsZone's Olivia Antarosa introduces us to the ladies of the Rock City Roller Derby.
The Rock City Roller Derby is Rochester's first all-women's roller derby league. Started in 2008, the league has almost 60 members ranging from the Monroe and Ontario counties. The league's team, Rock Stars, face off at RIT's very own Gordon Fieldhouse against Ithaca's all-women's roller derby team, the Suffragettes. So where did you get the idea to start the Rock City Roller Derby League?
I originally got the idea to play roller derby in general from an episode of Dave Attell's Insomniac in 2003. And then in about 2006, I was like, I want to play this. I really want to do it. And I decided to go play with Buffalo's League because they were in their second year, and I was like, hey, I'm going to go do it. So I had a season with them that was awesome, and by the time that I finished that season, I had enough people in Rochester who had heard about it, who were interested, that were willing to start a league with me. So we started in early 2008.
And what exactly is the roller derby?
Well, it's a little complex. It's sort of a race and sort of a full contact sport, almost like football. You do a fair amount of switching from offense to defense, but the point is to get your jammer through and to block the other team's jammer.
There's 2 teams of 5 players. It is basically a race for points. There's 1 point scorer on each team called the jammer. They line up behind one line. The remaining 4 from each team line up behind the pivot line. The other 2 jammers take off, and their first pass through the pack, they are attempting to earn lead jammer status, which allows them to call off the jam. Once that's established, that initial pass has been made, then every subsequent lap, they get a point for each opposing team member they pass.
So how many roller derbies have you been to?
I think all of them. I think we may have missed 2 when we were out of town.
And what's the difference between the suicide seats that you're sitting in compared to a regular seat in the crowd?
Sometimes you end up with a roller girl on your lap. The action is so much closer. It's really an entirely different experience, but there's not a bad seat.
And how do you get to join the Rock City Club team?
Twice a year we do a recruitment where we ask girls to join our boot camp, and then they practice with us in our rock quarry. We're so clever. So I think we do them in August and in March.
And what are practices like?
A typical practice will involve some, warm-up exercises. We do a lot of contact. We do a lot of strategy play. Practices are pretty tough.
And how did you pick out your name? I noticed that all of the girls have different names on the back of their jerseys, and how do you pick them out?
It's actually really difficult. There's a database of like 17,000 names that you have to look through, and everything you can think of is already taken. So my name, Susan Biagany, is very Rochester specific, and it was actually taken, but I wrote the girl who had it because she was retired, and she allowed me the use of the name.
How did you come up with your nickname?
Well, I wanted to be Eli Knievel, but there was already an Eva Knievel in Texas, so it was too close. I didn't get the official name, and at the time I was living in Tennessee, and I'm a pretty big Elvis fan, so I thought Elvis Reffley, it's worth a try. And somehow I was the only person in the universe that wanted to be Elvis Reffley, and yeah, that's who I am.
And how close are the ladies on the team?
Really close, like surprisingly close. I think it's a lot of really tough, ambitious, competitive girls, and you wouldn't expect quite the sisterhood that we have, but it's roller derby, and we love it. And when you meet another derby girl, you're just instantly sisters.
And what's your favorite thing about being on the team?
I think forcing myself to be physical. So I certainly wasn't before, so it's a really good excuse and a really fun way to be fit.
Honestly, I like that it's such a great experience for them to compete and empower themselves. It sounds weird, but it's really awesome.
Well, that does it for this edition of RIT Sports Zone.
Don't forget you can stay up to date with Sports Zone by following us on Twitter and liking us on Facebook.
So until next time, thanks for joining us here in the Zone.